Hello and welcome to the monthly music mix for May 2023, where I'll be covering all the singles and albums that I've listened to this month. Starting with covering the singles, we have first we have Spit by Poppy. Spit is the latest single by Poppy and is a cover of the Kitty song of the same name. The song keeps in the electronic elements of the previous single, however goes into a heavy sound. The song is probably the heaviest Poppy's ever been, but the energy of the song is explosive, and because of that, I'm giving this song a high 9 out of 10.
Will.i.am.
F1.
Next, we have Formula by Will.i.am and Lil Wayne. Formula is the latest song by Will.i.am and is practically a sequel to the song The Hardest Ever. The lyrics suck, the production sucks, and Lil Wayne's feature is awful. The song doesn't have any of the comedic value of the previous song, The Hardest Ever, making it much less memorable. I'm not even going to go deeper on this song because there's no point. This song is a light 0 out of 10. Next is Lost by Bring Me the Horizon. Lost is the latest song by Bring Me the Horizon for the next of their 3-part project. The song is the first one to showcase the hyperpop feel of this project. The song opens with like a cringy verse. However, the chorus of the song is really catchy. I think the instrumental is somewhat weird but works. And with this in mind, I am giving this song a light 7 out of 10. Next is New York Concept de Paris by Jay-Z. New York Concept de Paris is the latest single by Jay-Z and it's pretty boring. The beat on this track is solid, however, Jay-Z just kind of feels out of it. Like, pretty much, he's just like slowly, kind of like drunkenly giving the verses out. And like the delivery just kind of ruins the song, causing me to give it a light 5 out of 10. Next is Candle Flame by Jungle. Candle Flame is the latest single by electronic artist Jungle. The song has such a fun groove, followed by the chorus of the song. Eric the Architect, who is featured on this track, also drops a few solid verses on the song. However, I'm really enjoying the song and I am giving it a light 8 out of 10. Next is Emotion Sickness by Queens of the Stone Age. Emotion Sickness is the first single from the latest album by Queens of the Stone Age and fixes most of the problems I had with their previous album, Villains. The most important part of this song is that it has a big punch that was really missing with Villains in my opinion, and the song has the emotional power of tracks from Like Clockwork with like the experimentation of Era Vulgaris. It also has like the heavy power chordy feel of Lullabies to Paralyze. The song really excites me for what's to come for this album, and because of this, I am giving the song a mid 9 out of 10. Next is Stuck by 30 Seconds to Mars. Stuck is the latest single by Jared Leto fronted band 30 Seconds to Mars, and I only listened to the song because Spotify would not stop pushing it on me. However, the song is boring. The song has generic production and has terrible choices in how the vocals are handled. Like, there are lead vocals that turn into the backing vocals around 2 minutes that make the song sound worse. And I'm giving this song a high 3 out of 10. Next is Datura by Suicide Boys. Datura is the latest single by Suicide Boys from the soundtrack to Fast X. The song feels like it could be on the latest set of EPs from the duo with the funk beat. However, it doesn't have the shitty vocal effects that those projects prominently feature. The verses on this song are alright, however, the beat just ruins it, causing me to give this song a light 6 out of 10.
I would drive by the sun. Here he comes.
Next is Los Angeles City of Death by Swans. Los Angeles City of Death is the second single from the latest album by Swans. Unlike the first single, the song is more energetic in nature. The instrumental of the song gives it a constant moving feel, with Michael Giro's vocal delivery being great as always. And I'm giving this song a high 8 out of 10.
I don't buy much, I buy land, bro. Cologne German.
Next is The Hillbillies by Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. The Hillbillies is the latest single by Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar, and it's pretty solid. The instrumental on this song is really good and works really well with both artists on the track. Kendrick and Keem's flow on this track also are really good, and the lyrics on this song are pretty solid. Overall, I am giving this song a mid 8 out of 10. Next is Mountains at Midnight by Royal Blood. Mountains at Midnight is the first single for the new album by Royal Blood. The song continues the trend of Royal Blood releasing solid tracks. However, I feel like this song is really missing the punch that their previous album Typhoons had. Like, it just doesn't really get to where the previous album's biggest moments got. However, I still enjoy this track, and I am giving it a mid 7 out of 10. Next is Family by Shapednoise featuring Armand Hammer. Family is the latest single by Shapednoise featuring rap duo Armand Hammer. I really like the dark instrumental on this track. However, I don't think it really works well with Armand Hammer's lyrics. However, Billy and Unused delivery on this track are great like always. It just doesn't really fit with the instrumental, and because of this I am giving this song a light 7 out of 10. And finally is Carnavoyeur by Queens of the Stone Age. Carnavoyeur is the second single from the latest album by Queens of the Stone Age and gives me super heavy Like Clockworks vibes. Orchestral elements on this song are really great. I love the lead into the distortion at the end. The song really reminds me of the closer of Like Clockworks, but if it had a bigger chorus overall. Because of this, I'm giving this song a high 9 out of 10. Now onto the albums. We are starting with Yin Yang Tapes by Suicide Boys. Yin Yang Tapes is the latest set of EPs by Suicide Boys, and I am combining them into one review because they all have similar issues to one another. All of these EPs have a pretty mediocre selection of beats, going more towards the Sigma male-ass funk type beats. The features in the middle two EPs, being Summer and Fall Season, don't really add anything to the tracks in my opinion. All 4 of these songs have a really bad sounding vocal effect that just ruins the songs. Overall, these EPs range from scores of a 5 out of 10 to 6 out of 10. Next is Failed at Maths by Panchiko. Failed at Maths is the first full studio album by Panchiko, and it's kind of a letdown. Most of the songs on this album don't really land for me, except for the songs Until I Know and Gwen Everest. None of the other songs on this album really had any of the sticking power any of their previous material had. Due to this, I'm giving this album a high 6 out of 10. Next is Texture by Battle Tapes. Texture is the latest full-length album by Battle Tapes, and it's pretty solid. The album opens with a pretty great 4-track run with Into Deep, then One Night in Burbank being major high points. The songs following these ones don't really leave a lasting impact like those first 2 have. However, they're still decent songs, and I am giving this album a high 7 out of 10. Next is Maps by Billy Woods and Kenny Segal. Maps is the latest release by rapper Billy Woods with production from Kenny Segal. The songs on this album are fantastic and has even better features. Lucid, Danny Brown, Wale Chris, and more make appearance on this album, and it helps makes it as great as it is. Song FaceTime and Year Zero are major highlights on this album in my opinion, but no song on this album feels like you could say it's the weakest part of this project. Currently, this is my favorite album of the year, and I am giving it a light 9 out of 10.
We're live. It's a fire. As you can see, shut the fuck up. So it's a fight.
Next is Call the Fireman by DaBaby. Call the Fireman is the next step in the fall off of DaBaby. DaBaby continues the downfall started on EP on Baby 2 and continues to drop trash songs. The difference this EP has is that nothing on this album could be unironically funny, like some of the songs on that album, like No Condom. And with this in mind, I am giving this a light 0 out of 10. Next is Wake Up and It's Over by Lovejoy. Wake Up and It's Over is the latest EP by Lovejoy, and it's significantly better than their last. On this EP, Lovejoy goes a post-punk sound, and it works better for them. However, this project has major issues with mixing and more specifically compression. I'll really feel a song on this album and then the chorus kicks in and then it's compressed and it's completely ruined. Like the actual songs on here are pretty good, I just hate how it feels like everything sounds like a wall of noise. Due to this factor, I'm giving this EP only a light 7 out of 10. Next is Some Unused Songs by Lewis Cole. Some Unused Songs is a collection of demos from his last album, Quality Over Opinion, from last year. While the songs themselves are pretty good, everything on here is so clearly unfinished. No song on this album contains vocals, and it's a project consisting of entirely instrumentals. However, the songs on here are quality, which is why I'm giving the song just a light 6 out of 10. Next is Phantomime by Ghost. Phantomime is the latest EP by Ghost and is a follow-up to the band's album Impera. My thoughts on the songs on this EP change wildly between tracks. The cover of the track Hanging Around has a bad mix in my opinion, and the cover of Television's See No Evil is pretty bad, with it being the band's second worst song currently in my opinion. However, it is contrasted by some pretty big high points, such as Jesus He Knows Me and We Don't Need Another Hero. Ghost honestly has had a pretty consistent output, but these two most recent projects have been some of their weakest so far. I hope whatever's next is significantly better. But with this in mind, I am giving this EP a light 7 out of 10. Next is the Sex EP by Dare. The Sex EP is the first full project by the Dare. This EP contains 2 previously released tracks, Girls and Good Time, alongside 2 new tracks. First of these new tracks, Sex, keeps the fun dance punk energy of the previous 2, and the closer, Bloodwork, is a solid instrumental. And I am giving this project a light 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Can't try.
Now for some extra recommendations. I'm gonna recommend The Hybrid by Danny Brown, Laugh Tracks by Knocked Loose, and Pray for Paris by West Side Gun. And that is it for this month, and I will see you guys in the next one.